She used to hear a lot of screaming, and it was back and forth. It was very often, from what I heard. I never actually seen it, but a lot of people have.
Earlier this month, we shared the story of a young woman whose remains were discovered inside 2 suitcases. On September 21st, 2022, 22-year-old Dasia Johnson's aunt asked the building security guard to conduct a wellness check after Dasia's phone had been switched off for a while. Dasia, who lived alone in Brooklyn, was working and striving to finish school in hopes to one day become a teacher. However, according to Dasia's aunt, when her mother became terminally ill and she needed a friend, she thought she had one in her ex-boyfriend. Dasia got involved in a relationship with 23-year-old JustinWilliams. Dasia's family members alleged in the media he was leeching off of her and using her kindness. Down the line, the alleged relationship between the two became toxic and later violent, forcing Dasia to get away. Dasia got help with Housing Plus, a non-profit group that provides support and stable housing to vulnerable women, such as DV victims. The building where she lived also provided on-site security for her safety, but even after moving and filing a protection order against him, Justin continuously came back in the picture. Justin had previously been arrested for coming to Dasia's apartment in March to pick up his belongings in violation of that protection order. But even as recent as 2 weeks before Dasia's death, neighbors in the building alleged they saw the two and heard them fighting as well.
A lot of noise, a lot of banging. Probably throws her against the wall and stuff. Around like I said a month ago, you can see a blood trail all the way from the house to the elevator to the first floor. House from responding to the reports. She hides them inside her house, and they can't do anything about that.
You told me in Spanish that at least 6 times the police came because all this domestic violence.
Yeah, around 6 times they came here, and all 6 times same thing.
Yeah, and one time you saw even blood.
Yeah.
Describe what happened that day.
Honestly, I don't know. I had just came home from work. I get upstairs and I see an entire blood trail, lots and lots of blood, just trailing from her apartment to the front door. Downstairs, they're arguing, fighting. The minute the cops come, they head back upstairs and they go in their apartment. And the cops are knocking. Nobody opens the door whatsoever.
When was the last time that you saw her?
Around a week ago, a week or 2 ago. That was the last time I heard any commotion. Since I didn't see her personally, I just heard commotion. Ever since then, I haven't heard nothing.
How do you feel right now that you learn about this news?
Like I said, it's a tragedy, but you can't do anything if somebody doesn't want to be helped.
You said that you heard commotion about a week ago. What kind of commotion?
A lot of fighting, arguing, like I said.
And when was that? You said a week ago, like?
A week or 2 ago. Not time from it's usually at nighttime when you hear this stuff. During the daytime, very quiet.
So it sounds like they forgive me, but it sounds like they've been fighting a lot.
Yeah, it's a usual thing. I guess it's a regular thing that just got out of control one day.
And did you ever hear anything coming from their apartment, like arguing?
Yeah, of course. You hear arguing, banging, loud stuff, regular stuff, but you can't, like I said, if you try to interrupt or something like that, you're just putting yourself in a problem you can't solve.
Do you know what they argued about? Did you ever hear?
No.
And
yeah, I wouldn't hear details or anything like that. You just hear like very loud screaming, banging.
Beside her, you saw somebody else, like a boyfriend, husband. What do you see?
Yeah, I think her boyfriend's short.
Can you describe that person? You talked to him sometimes?
I never spoke to him.
After a while, neighbors later reported a foul smell and told security they were concerned because they didn't see Dasia for a few days. Dasia's family shared that same concern.
When the smell on the floor, the ceiling throughout the whole building. The guy, he's been abusing her for a long time. When she moved in, he's not on her lease or nothing like that. If she's looking at a guy or she's by anybody, he'll just like smack her.
Eventually, on September 21st, 2022, the security guard went to Dasia's 6th floor apartment to conduct a wellness check, but when he attempted to enter, he was stopped by her boyfriend. The guard then went back downstairs to call the police and saw the boyfriend and another man sneak a bag out. That's when the guard went back upstairs to the apartment and discovered 2 suitcases cases, with Dasia's remains in the bathroom. Once police arrived, they said it was one of the most gruesome scenes. The gory finds included dry blood inside of a bathtub, where police also found clothes, several cutting instruments, and a possible tip of a finger. But after wrapping up at the scene, there were no arrests made in this case. Although her neighbors and family members told police Justin may be responsible. For weeks, he was only listed as a person of interest, and police were not able to track down her boyfriend to question him. That was until he was arrested on October 3rd, 2022 for a case unrelated to this one. Justin was detained by NYPD for the first week of October on an active arrest warrant out. During that time, NYPD did question him about Dasia's murder, but nothing was released to the public as of yet. And although Justin is in custody, authorities have yet to formally file charges against him on Dasia's case. Justin reportedly faces charges not related to Dasia's for a past criminal charge of grand larceny, bail jumping, and felony assault.
That's right. Nassau County prosecutors say that JustinWilliams appeared today in Nassau County Court on unrelated charges. However, neighbors here say that he was in fact the boyfriend of 22-year-old Dasia Johnson. Now, what he was in court today for, Nassau County prosecutors say was bail jumping charges, and they are saying that he is a suspect in this case.
As it relates to Dasia's case in court, prosecutors alleged that his current girlfriend used Dasia's federal benefits card for purchases in New York City after her murder. Additionally, police also released photos of 5 women and 1 man who they said are being sought as witnesses in connection to this incident. All 6 are reported to have been inside Dasia's apartment at the time of her death.
Police want to question these 5 women and 1 man in connection to the gruesome murder of 22-year-old Dasia Johnson. Sources say the group was inside the victim's apartment at some point and are looking to piece together a timeline. Police say Johnson's ex-boyfriend is a person of interest in the case. Surveillance video connects him to the apartment, and he allegedly refused to let security guards in when they questioned a foul odor coming from the apartment. And Johnson had an active restraining order against Williams. Police arrested him here in the city, but turned him over to officers in Nassau County. He appeared in court today on separate charges, including grand larceny and assault. He's held on bail in that case, held on $125,000 bail. As far as this case, so far, he has not been charged.
Unfortunately, this is all that's been updated as it relates to Dasia's case. Anyone with information regarding Dasia's death or the identities of the 6 other witnesses are urged to contact NYPD. They are offering up to $3,500 for any information that can lead to an arrest.